Welcome to Dallas, Texas. Today we have week 2, day 2 of Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. Team Sims off a gut-wrenching loss on Thursday in what was a thriller. 24 lead changes in their loss to Team Gray. Take on Team Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell is 4-0 in her first week as a captain. We're in for a good one here between the orange and purple squads. We welcome you courtside. Brendan Glasheen and Ari Chambers. We have Janae Sims on the sidelines. And look, it was a defeat for Odyssey Sims, but wow, spectacular performance by Odyssey, the all-time leader in scoring in leaderboard history in basketball.
1,000%. If you saw after the game, Brendan, I was kind of scared because I said it's going to be Odyssey's night for vengeance. Revenge is what she's looking forward to. She put up 40 last game, but her team came up short. She averages 27.3 points per game. She might make it look easy, but it's absolutely not easy. And coming off of a loss is going to be ammunition for tonight. Tonight will be all about the comeback for Team Sims. And as you can tell, she loves to drive that ball. She hits all aspects of the floor, but what she does is she contributes in a way that her team needs her to, stepping up exactly when she needs to. And from the looks of it, no one has an answer for her. Miss Odyssey Sims, drafted well, plays well, remains efficient, just knows what to do for herself and her team. But adversely, you know, we talked about the Odyssey Sims and Kirsten Bell combo last week, but you know what we need to be looking for? The Tiffany Mitchell, Maddie Siegrist combination. Captain Mitchell's goal was small ball, but Maddie Siegrist has made a big impact. Maddie says her teammates got her the ball last game and were really encouraging her to shoot. As you can see, dishing it right to her. There's a reason she's Villanova's all-time leading scorer, and when she doesn't have the ball in her hands, she's focused on continuous movement and cutting. From the way the rosters are constructed, movement is going to be abundant. Pace and quickness, and playing with a chip on their shoulder, so stay tuned for everything, everyone.
Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is fueled by Gatorade. Great to have you with us in Dallas on ESPN Plus for a doubleheader, day 2, week 2 of Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball. Here are our starting lineups. We featured Odyssey Sims, the 9-time captain, scored 40 points, a career best. All 40 in the final 3 quarters. Me here with a strong rebounding game. Cook, Carson, and Bell. Mitchell out there with Colson, Muldrow, Siegrist, and Berger. We are underway. Sydney Colson inactive last game, right to work on Saturday afternoon.
Great seeing her back. This is a vet that has the IQ of just a genius. We often laugh at Sydney because she's a comedian off the court, but on the court, she's locked in.
Pull-up jumper, lock it in for Zia Cook, who was drafted 8th overall. Sydney Colson, the 19th pick of Alicia Gray in week 1, was the first pick for Tiffany Mitchell. That says quite a bit about what kind of impact camaraderie-wise that Sydney brings. Yeah,
she's productive on the court, but she's also a great vet to have in your locker room, especially in a league that has players being the coaches. You need that extra help, that extra voice in practice.
Here comes Sydney Colson, WNBA champion with the Aces, finds Berger. Tap it back in, 10 points for the old board, and points for the basket. Maddie Siegrist entering day 2 of week 2 as the number 4 scorer in points per game and the top rebounder in Athletes Unlimited.
And it's funny, you said top rebounder because she said that that's something that they're focused on. They're focused on rebounding, and you saw how she stayed active, followed the ball, got that nice touch in.
Siegrist on Thursday had 28 points, 11 boards. What's jumped out to me, Ari, is the efficiency. You can rack up the points in any given night, take 15, 20 shots. Well, Maddie from the floor, 12 of 18.
There's a reason why she's Villanova's all-time leading scorer. She's not new to this. We might not have been able to see it so much in the WNBA season, but you know what? Athletes Unlimited, they're finding her, and she's being efficient, doing Maddie Siegrist things.
Team Mitchell as Bell cruises to the basket. Remember, Team Mitchell built a 15-point lead in the first quarter Thursday. They shot 65% from the floor. But then Team Cloud won the final 3 quarters.
Yeah.
And chipped away.
Absolutely.
Bell puts the head down, a rack attack, Kirsten Bell. Consecutive buckets for the first pick for Odyssey Sims in consecutive weeks. Ami here on the glass had a personal best, 14 rebounds. In the lane, right idea, Bell, right spot, runner too strong.
And we knew this was going to be a back and forth moment. We knew it was going to be continuous play like this.
It's nice ball movement there. Mitchell and Siegrist share the rock. We had a couple of track meets on Thursday, huh?
And it should be no different in this game. Trust me, up and down the court, up and down.
Odyssey Sims tied up. Colson the deflection. 2-on-1. Colson pounces, drops it off. Mitchell for 2.
It's good to see her back. She always can find her teammates.
Fast break points for Team Mitchell, the theme early on. Tiffany with 4. Sims, high arcing 3 is off the mark. Squad in purple, 3 for 8 shooting. Orange team, 5 for the first 9. Muldrow travels.
She thought about it. She thought about it, and that's a shot she can make. I want her to step up more confidently. That's what she's looking forward to. But right here, you see that Bluetooth connection again? Okay? They're not playing with us. One thing about Odyssey and Kirsten, they're going to find each other, but how about these hands on Sydney Colson, who was able to convert, look, find her teammate, and then finish. That defense turns into offense, and we love to see that right there.
Chance to charge the batteries on the off day, Friday.
You know, that's exactly fresh legs, okay?
It is crucial to charge the Bluetooth devices. Bell with the hustle after the missed triple to get back and knock the ball out of bounds. Stays with the orange team. Team Mitchell with the victory, a handful of players now undefeated. Tiffany Mitchell on the orange team last week as the top pick of Alicia Gray.
I don't know, when you get addicted to winning, you don't want to ever stop.
Oh, the swat by Amihir.
Never underestimate the length that Amihir has.
Had a pair of blocks on Thursday, including 18 and 14, and Odyssey at Sims was excited, Ari, to draft Letitia Amihir.
I mean, Tiffany took the challenge, but Letitia Amihir said, I'm here. I want you to know that. Perfectly set up.
I mean, the name works perfectly. Amihir.
I am here, period.
Colson, the wrinkle in this starting 5. Carson in the lineup for Kelsey Mitchell. Inactive, Sydney Colson. 2 for her first 2 from deep.
And that screams by Maddie Siegrist. She wants to create opportunities for her teammates, so she's focused on just constantly moving.
That halts a streak of 6 consecutive field goals missed. Nice dish by Sims, who had the 40 points, but still had 7 dimes on Thursday.
And remember, she was held, scoreless in the first quarter and just came and did all of that in 3 quarters.
Maddie Siegrist lights up the Coliseum. 17-8. This feels very similar to what we saw from Team Mitchell to open up week 2 Thursday.
You know, for somebody who didn't want to be a GM and draft her own team, she surely has put together a great team.
Maybe it's just her way to hide her identity.
She's psyching us out.
I mean, when you play for Dawn Staley and watch her recruit and how to put teams together, it's infectious. When you Zia Cook for 2.
Right, when you learn under the Donnie. Look, on cue with Zia Cook for 2, right? The Donnie, honey. She gets her players prepared for life. And this is one of Tiffany's life things, being a GM this week.
2-person game here, Siegrist and Colson, the crossover, and we get a 3-second call on Kirsten Bell. So a technical free throw upcoming for Team Mitchell, a 5-point lead. Scoring is happening early and often. Sydney Colson, welcome back to the mix. 8 points to lead Team Mitchell in the opening quarter. We're underway in Dallas. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball Season 3. We are in week number 2 of 4. As a reminder, the same 40 athletes carry over from week 1, the innovative scoring system. Keep up to date at auprosports.com. We're keeping tabs on that leaderboard. And each week, the top 4 point scorers are named captains. 2 new captains this week, including Tiffany Mitchell. Let's welcome in the third member of our team today, Janae Sims.
Thanks, Brendan. So I talked to Tiffany Mitchell before the game today about her keys to staying undefeated. And the main thing she talked about was getting off to a great start. And by the looks of it, they've done so. She wants to keep it consistent throughout all 4 quarters, but this first quarter start is exactly how she wanted it to go. She wants to manage the game well and keep control.
Janae, thanks very much. And it's very similar, eerily similar to what we saw the other night. Tiffany adds a point to her score column. Now 5 points, had 15 of her 29 in the first quarter on Thursday.
And it's eerily similar, but there's a difference. Sydney Colson is now present.
Sure.
And you can see exactly why Tiffany picked Sydney at number 1. She wanted her to run the offense, and run the offense she has.
Heading back the other way.
And now Taj's in, so we get to see what she's about. And she was really locked in last game as well.
And the irony, too, I would say for Team Mitchell is, yes, they won the game and earned 180 points on Thursday, but won the first quarter, lost the final 3 quarters, so there's still a sense of urgency to rack up those quarter wins, especially for Maddie Siegrist and Tiffany Mitchell, 2 players that are crawling towards the top of that leaderboard.
It's really good to see Maddie Siegrist crawl towards the top because, look at her, the ball in her hand, they find her, but they wanted to place emphasis on that in practice. But knowing the capabilities Maddie Siegrist has and knowing that she hasn't had the chance to showcase it in the way she can is encouraging to know that that's a budding star in Athletes Unlimited in particular.
Siegrist will play her second WNBA season this summer with the Dallas Wings, played in 39 games as a rookie, all off the bench for Latricia Trammell, the head coach. Cook operates around the screen, swish.
Zaya had a rough start to AU, and she really turned it around for herself, just finding her offensive flow. And that's good to see. When you know, as a player, sometimes you just need to see one drop, and it just keeps going and going and going. And so I'm excited to see her pick back up and play the game that she knows she can play.
Siegrist back down the runway up to 7 points. Strong board by Ruthie Hebert, who just checked in. At the center position, subbing in for Amihir. Berger. Rebound Sims.
You see how she gets out in transition. The whole goal for the team was to stop them in transition, but they come charging down the court every time.
Ruthie Hebert in the thick of things. Second chance points. Bell no good from deep. We're looking at the leaderboard right now. Kirsten Bell, 11th place after a nice outing. Had a double-double Thursday, 11 and 10. This will be constantly updating in real time during both of our games. Notice that -10, you lose points for a missed shot. You can lose points in game points really in any statistical category
within
you can think
sentence,
of.
right, Brendan? Within a sentence. It just happens so quickly. Every single possession matters. That's what's so great about Athletes Unlimited. You really are paying attention to detail with this.
And the theme we figured on Thursday night, Bell was tied up and drew the foul. And this has been the case the last couple of years. And Teresa Plazon said this last week, and it's stuck with me, Ari, is you're rewarded for playing basketball the right way.
You cannot cheat the game here. You can't do it. You can't do it.
Bell at the line, 2 for 2 from the stripe on Thursday. Your free Unlimited Club membership will let you vote on game MVPs, compete in the AU Fantasy League, and more. You can sign up now at auprosports.com. It's free. Check it.
Check it.
Team Sims was down, and after the media timeout, they've cut the deficit to 1. It's an 11-3 run overall. Angel McCautry just checked in. Dumped it inside, contested shot, Whitney Knight.
You see Odyssey's down low. She doesn't care about the size mismatch. She's going to grab that rebound. She's going to do what's best for her team.
Sims still has not scored, coming off a career-high 40 points Thursday night. We go under 2 minutes in the first. 60 points awarded to each player on the winning team in a quarter. Crucial, especially for players like Sims and Mitchell, the 2 captains, who could go back and forth and causes so many sways. Taya Cooper checks in, nice bench piece for the team Sims. Hebert takes it herself around the world. And a lead back to Team Sims. Cole for 3. Taya Cooper clears, directs traffic on the break. That basket, by the way, for Hebert gives Team Sims its first lead of the quarter. Cooper hanging onto the rock too much. Knight scrapes for it. Cole up to Colson for 2 more. 10 points for Colson in the opening quarter after not playing Thursday.
That's textbook defense converting to offense right there. Following the ball, making sure you stick with it, and just finishing it out on the other end.
No easy buckets for Team Sims right now, all half-court sets. Bounce entry into Danny McCray. Was threaded well by Odyssey Sims, but a stop. Team Mitchell with the lead and the ball. Sydney Colson's 3rd year with Athletes Unlimited.
They are really picking up the defensive pressure here, just like you said.
Crossover, picked up the dribble, 5 on the shot clock.
Nothing easy.
Mitchell got the hands free, too strong. Keyboard. We're heading back the other way. Team Sims can hold for the final shot and win the quarter. Here comes Odyssey, who has not scored yet in this one. 0 for her first 4. 9 seconds for Odyssey Sims. Double team Whitney Knight.
They said we're not going to let her get anything easy. We're not going to let her do her signature Odyssey Sims drive. We're going to clog where she wants to go.
Hands in the cookie jar.
Yep, just like that.
Still Team Sims ball with 5.8 remaining. Sims to inbound. triggers it. Colson got a piece. Just a few fractions of the clock come off.
And they have time to make the adjustment right here.
Cook, Bell, Cooper, McCray on the floor for Sims. Searching, Colson haunting her. Layup for Cooper, no. Odyssey Sims misses the lay-in, and Team Mitchell holds on for the quarter victory. They led by 9 in the frame, and they hang on by a fingernail.
Hang on by a scrap. That was scrappiness, honey.
60 points to each member of Team Mitchell. 1 quarter down on this Saturday afternoon. Sydney Colson, welcome back to the show. You're watching AU Pro Hoops on ESPN+. We'll be right back. Team Mitchell with its second quarter win of week 2. They won 1 quarter, but won the game on Thursday. Let's go into the game now with Air National Guard Letitia Amihir with a ferocious block earlier in this one.
You be doing that. You be doing that. Yeah, I've seen you do that before. Get some energy. We need some energy. Talk it up. We need a quick start. Come there. Left under. Right.
I mean, hey, they had the energy, right? That block, honey.
When we had Savannah Collins on our broadcast Thursday, she is the draft guru, draft expert for AU All Sports. Chimed in that Odyssey wanted Amihir on her team, the energy player and energy rebounder, excited to get her on the squad, and she was fully utilized on Thursday with a double-double, had a couple of block shots, and what great timing, she lays one in.
She said that she wants to grow in her confidence and keep making a stamp for herself. Janae Sims reported that last game, and I see that as she keeps going and keeps playing in Athletes Unlimited.
Bell in the open court, crossover, and Knight is called for a foul at the very last moment.
Interesting decision by Odyssey Sims to not be involved in this coming back in the quarter. And you see Kristen Bell just, I don't know.
That's
see
a tough
the foul.
Bell back at the line. Season 3 is here, and so is the latest basketball gear. Play on words. Visit shop.auprosports.com today for exclusive items and styles you won't find anywhere else.
You got bars, just like Drake with OT. There's never much love when we go OT.
I'm telling you, you're onto something. These games have been so tight through, what, 9 quarters of basketball, 8 on Thursday. That first quarter came down to the wire. We're pretty much due for overtime.
See, I wasn't even speaking that. The internet webs are going to be mad at you for that.
Well,
I was
you
talking
said
about
the
your bars,
word.
the gear,
The
and
bars,
the you know, rap is in here.
It's almost meant to be. Siegrist squeezes up for 2, 9 points.
Not
for
afraid of that
Siegrist.
contact at all, just getting the body into that and knowing that she has a size advantage. She just did what she needed to do.
Now 14 points in the paint. Zaya Cook and Kirsten Bell have been the hot scorers early for Team Sims. Odyssey has not scored. As White rattles in a three, Whitney Knight, these minutes have been productive early on. Whitney played in just 5 minutes on Thursday night. 35th pick in this week's draft after being taken 36th by Odyssey Sims last week. Mitchell back the other way.
But
Can
it's good
barely
to see,
take a breath.
It's good to see Rebecca Harris on the court, though. She waits her turn to really fill a role for her teammates whenever she's called on. She's called on. She saw that nice drive. I mean, Tiffany had an answer for it, but I like that from Rebecca Harris. The hustle is still there. She said, these veteran legs still get up and down this court, okay?
Contested lay by Cooper. And Taya Cooper is heading to the line. We're just underway in the second. 7-5 lead for the squad in orange, led by Tiffany Mitchell. Taya Cooper, a couple of seasons in the W with the LA Sparks, the Phoenix Mercury. Has her sights on getting back to the league. Bounced around in college, was at Baylor, Tennessee, South Carolina. Former finalist for the Nancy Lieberman Award, nation's top point guard. And speaking of role playing, super important for reserves in AU. When you help contribute to those quarter wins, those game wins, if you are productive in your 15 to 20 minutes a night, you can move up that leaderboard. Colson for three. Sydney Colson 3 for 3 from deep, 13 points.
Sydney clean up Colson. She said, this might be a little sketch down here, but I'm gonna clean it up, finish it out.
Grab on the forearm by Taj Cole. It's already 3 team fouls in the second quarter on Team Mitchell. Sydney Colson having a day. Similar beginning to her teammate, team captain Tiffany Mitchell on Thursday night. There's Odyssey Sims, first 2 points of the day.
She's getting herself fired up. Look at the pep talk within herself.
It's always a slow build though with Odyssey. Colson finds Mitchell, she gets a turn. Tiffany Mitchell's first 3 of the night.
It's gonna be one of many. I'm telling you, once these captains get going, they get going. And watch Taya, she loves to attack. I love an attacking guard.
There's Colson as well as Mitchell converging on the driving lane to make it challenging. Team Mitchell, 6 of 11 from three-point land, while Team Sims is just 1 of 7. Who knows if Sydney will come out of this game? Fresh legs.
She is rested and ready, honey.
Harris into Bell. Another deflection by the squad in orange.
I saw the intention right there with the ball movement. Just there was a defender in the way. Sometimes, you know, sometimes they just get a good read.
Tiffany Mitchell has not lost a game yet in her AU career, 4-0. This week a captain.
That's an unforced error, but, you know, next play mentality in Athletes Unlimited. Next play mentality.
Have to, right? Short-term memory is very important.
In life, in general, okay?
That's right.
Brendan's over here dropping life gems, everybody.
Tiffany Mitchell coming into today's action second on the leaderboard, approaching 2,300 points. 4th in stat points. 3 MVPs for Mitchell, earned an MVP 1 last week. Pass breakup, Colson thought Team Mitchell turned it over.
I like the defense there. Letitia Amir really uses her length to disrupt.
Colson to trigger from underneath. Still plenty of time, 15 on the shot clock. Tiffany Mitchell, mid-air fire, counted and 1.
I mean, what's her shot? From the range, from 15, from 20, from drive. She does it all. All of it. She said, I don't care if I'm on the wing. I don't care if I'm in the paint. I don't care if I'm just off balance. I'm gonna kill it.
Tiffany with a slow start from the field compared to Thursday, now up to 12 points.
Slow
A
start.
quiet
compared
12
to
though, right?
Thursday. Quiet 12, but you know what? Those numbers are loud.
Tiffany Mitchell has dropped at least 25 points in each of the last 3 AU games, averaging 27.3 points per contest in that stretch, 8 in this quarter. Odyssey Sims coughs it up out of bounds, her 3rd turnover. Ari, where do you think Team Sims is right now? Odyssey's having some struggles here to get in a rhythm.
Yeah, I just think that they need to regroup, gather a little bit, just know that there are other options as well. You have a very disruptive Team Mitchell on the defensive end, and so just figuring out a way to move the ball a little more and get it distributed to some others.
Inside, and Muldrow got hammered. Tiana Muldrow, the 6th pick overall, 2nd pick of Team Mitchell in the Week 2 draft. More free throws. Muldrow has spent plenty of her career overseas, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Israel, France over the last couple of seasons. 28 years old, decorated career at West Virginia.
She told me she just wanted to play good basketball. She's not necessarily focused on leaderboard. It doesn't alter her game. She just wants to play good, clean basketball. And she's looking to, you know, in her words, improve from last game. But, you know, I think that she's a little hard on herself sometimes. She does great. She does great work.
Her first year in Athletes Unlimited, one of 6 first-year AU players on Team Mitchell. So Tiffany, a first-year player, has the confidence after just one weekend. They've got the feel for this thing. Tiffany to the rack, got fouled, switching right to left.
I'd be confident too if I was winning like this, okay? If I'm a winner like Tiffany Mitchell is a winner.
It's a 10-point lead in the quarter for Team Mitchell. And they are riding an 18-3 run, looking for more.
You know, Athletes Unlimited is really the way to go about building the confidence.
Be sure to follow AU Pro Basketball on all of your favorite social media platforms to stay up to date with all of the great content. Search at AU Pro Sports today. Probably find Ari Chambers somewhere on that handle. She didn't say no.
I didn't say no. One thing I'm going to do is be present. But speaking of presence, what I love about Tiffany Mitchell, she takes advantage of the fact that AU allows you to have that one-on-one matchup. And as a captain, get your teammates involved. So there are different aspects of, depending on how you're deciding to play, minute by minute, possession by possession, you can have that face-up. And I think that Tiffany's a great face-up player. She loves to do that one-on-one, you know, flash, like you can guard me style.
And Tiffany's pace to this style of play has definitely fit, and that's how she built her team. Just the 2nd turnover for Team Mitchell. Team Sims has given it away 4 times. Carson lobs for Bell. Fall away on McCautry. Rebound Muldrow.
You know, it's funny when I see a young KB and a tenured Angel McCautry, and knowing that Angel has that hand in your face and you don't care. You don't care, you're gonna shoot on her anyway.
Kalani Brown was outstanding down the stretch. Looking forward to watching Team Gray with that come-from-behind win against Team Sims. And you had the feeling, Ari, the way it ended Thursday, whichever team lost that game, you had the day off, but it almost would have been better just to play another game as soon as you could, but to sit on that loss for more than 24 hours had to have been tough.
You know, it's funny you say that. Mentally, yes, I get it. But these players are talking about, you know, our bodies. We gotta protect our bodies in these games. So I don't know if they'd agree with you on that one, but absolutely, it's ammunition regardless.
It's sting, and you would know as a former athlete.
Yeah. I hear a lot of talk on the court. There's a lot of communication, but on the bench, I've been watching Team Mitchell's bench, and they've been really talkative along the way and just collaborative. I mean, obviously we're farther away from Team Sims' bench, but I know the Team Mitchell bench in particular has really been trying to figure out ways to be additive to the game.
Zia Cook drills her second three of the day. Cook has now made 4 3-pointers overall on the season. Berger offensive board soars out of nowhere. Over the shoulder to Mitchell. Using the legs, Muldrow leads to a jump ball. We're gonna step aside, an 11-point lead for Team Mitchell.
That's right, Team Mitchell is up 43-32 with Captain Tiffany Mitchell doing all she can, and it's being effective right here. Tiffany Mitchell knows what she's doing. She can get around people, she can score, she can do it all, and we love the fact that she's getting her team involved.
Being able to play basketball stateside is really special. We're literally living in history right now. AU is such a disruptor of its industry and groundbreaker.
It's the WNBA, or we kind of forced to go overseas. So I think that Athletes Unlimited providing this opportunity for us to play domestically is really, really amazing. And I get a chance to play in front of my family again. I haven't done that since college.
A lot of the time overseas, your family is not able to see you play. So for them to be able to actually come in person and see me play, as well as being able to just see me on a network or see me online, it means the world to me.
Being able to do something that you love for work, it's one of the best feelings, and being able to do that right here where you live, it's amazing.
AU Pro Basketball has built a base. It is season 3, 25 returning players, 15 newcomers. Excellent opportunity for all 40 of these women. Let's check in with Janae Sims, who was tuned in to the Team Sims huddle. Janae, it seems like you belong over there with the last name.
Right. Family, keep it in the family. Basically what they want to do is move the ball faster. They kept reiterating that the ball moves faster with the pass than with the dribble, and they wanted to keep Team Mitchell out of the paint. They said there's too many fouls in there and too many shots being made.
Good stuff.
16 points in the paint, to Janae's point, for Team Mitchell, and they've gotten to the line 8 times, 7 of 8 from the stripe. Well, when you get to the free throw line, that slows the game down, and then you have to re-kick it into high gear when you want to come up, and then you're in the half court. And we've seen the half court a lot.
Yep.
We know Odyssey is at her best when she's running and sharing.
When she's pushing, she loves to push the tempo of the game. Moving in transition is where she thrives so much, and Team Mitchell, I know, wants to stop that.
Now, when Odyssey's at the line 14 times, she's okay with that. But when the other team's at the line, that slows her game down.
Yep.
Taj Cole has it back. Ball movement nice here. And Cole off the window with the right hand.
Great protection of that ball. She said, nope, I'm gonna finish this.
The lefty going right. And we are joined by the first-time captain in her first AU season, Tiffany Mitchell. 4-0, hoping to go to 5-0. What do you make of the start so far, Tiffany?
So far, so good. I mean, this is exactly how we wanted to start. You know, just coming off of last game and how we kind of let up in the last 3 quarters. He wanted to kind of stay consistent.
What have you been most impressed with your team so far this week?
Just how we gelled so quickly. I think all of our personalities go together really well. We play off each other really well, and just trying to get people to do, you know, what their strengths are.
Tiffany, Sydney Colson back in your lineup, and what a start, right?
Yeah.
13 points in the first, clogging lanes defensively. The communication between the two of you seems strong already.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a true point guard. It makes my job a lot easier, and I could just focus on, you know, getting to scoring and everything. So me and Sid definitely have that connection, and it's been going well.
We know you have ultimate trust in her. You drafted her #1, but who's the X factor, would you say, on your team that we need to be paying a little bit more attention to?
Maddie Segrist. Y'all don't sleep on her. You know, she went, I don't know what pick to have her at, but the fact that she was even still there, I was grateful and thankful that she was there because I know, you know, what Maddie can do. So like I said, don't sleep on her because, you know, last game, she had a huge game and definitely helped get that win too.
Did.
Okay, so we'll get you out on this. Now that you've had a game in the books, a day off, how do you like doing this captain thing? What do you think?
It's stressful.
You're so good at it, though.
It's stressful because, I mean, one wrong decision can determine your entire week. So, geez, so hopefully, you know, I put together a pretty good team, so I don't have to stress that much. But like I said, one wrong pick, I don't know where it would have went.
Are you more or less stressed chatting with us right now? Are we helping you or no?
Yeah, y'all take it. Give
Look, she used to talk
me
to
a
me.
break. I know. I feel like I'm on the phone with Ari.
That's rude.
Yeah, this is like phone a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Basically.
Come on, talk to Ari.
That's what it feels
Pep talk.
like.
All right, Tiffany, we'll let you go.
All right,
Back
thanks.
to doing your real job. She's being humble. She's got the hang of this.
I don't know why she doesn't like to be the captain. I'm like, girl, you don't have a choice at this point. You stay at the top of the leaderboard.
I mean, she's stating facts, though. There was a lot of pressure, and Natasha Cloud, who is another captain, has done this, her 3rd year. Sims, 3rd year, has done this.
And Alicia Gray,
2nd year.
But like, Alicia really knew how to draft that first week. I don't know. Like, she said, I'm going to assemble a dominant team that's going to go undefeated. Like, she knew. So Tiffany, I think, was like, how am I going to compete with that? And look at her. Look at her. Big Gray.
But maybe there's just more vengeance on the mind of Alicia Gray, meaning like, I don't care if I hurt your feelings, we're winning games.
Sneaky, it's always the quiet ones. It's always the quiet ones that are the most brutal, lethal.
Looking at the leaderboard live here, we're in week 2 out of 4 weeks. So once we hit Sunday, we're at the halfway point, and the cream of the crop starts to separate. Maddie Segrist is making moves with her rebounding and efficiency. Tiffany Mitchell's at the top.
I know she's on the bench right now, but Tiana Muldrow has a season-high rebound, 7 already. So talk about rebounding. Proud of you.
Tiffany Mitchell's first pick, Sydney Colson, as well as Mitchell, check back in. Mincy checks out.
She said, I'm out of the chair. I'm back on the court, ready to do captain things.
Well, when I was with Cheryl last week, Cheryl Swoops, the GOAT.
like Cheryl, you know Cheryl, like the Cheryl, the Cheryl.
Just wanted to make it clear which Cheryl I'm talking about. But, you know, we gave Tiffany a pep talk in the chair chat, went back out there, and she started knocking down shots. I'm just saying.
Let's see if I have the same luck as Cheryl or the same energy of pep.
McCautry, after the jab step, knocks down the J.
You know, Angel is saying that she's trying to get her legs under her, but she looks good to me. She looks good to me. She said, I'm not done playing basketball, and I'll let you all know.
Angel had 19 on Thursday night, 7 boards, a couple of steals as well. 11th on the leaderboard, her first year in AU. 13 years in the W, a lot of time overseas, as we know.
And has done some movies. She's been a producer, executive producer. She's just busy, very busy. But like I said, you read that stat line. She said, not done yet. Angel, not done yet, McCautry.
12-point lead in the game for Team Mitchell, and a 9-point lead in the quarter.
You know, we talk about how Angel McCautry is not done yet, but what about Essence Carson? Super vet. Really, really heavy in the music industry, but still makes time for basketball and still is effective on the court.
Well, and a credit to Essence because played just 5 minutes the other night, and with no Kelsey Mitchell, the confidence of Odyssey Sims to insert her into the starting lineup as a tone setter.
You know, not just on the court does she set the tone, but in practice and in the culture of the locker room, she sets the tone. She gets the younger players more confident in their abilities to play basketball.
Tiffany Mitchell stepped through using the Euro, but missed the layup. Here's Sims, still sitting on one made field goal, 1 of 8 shooting. They just clog up every angle for Odyssey Sims, a jump ball.
Now, I did see Odyssey calling for a timeout, and I don't think that they saw her, and that's probably what the sense of her frustration was just now. But Odyssey's going to do what she can do to protect that ball, but they just didn't get to see her calling for a timeout. But back to Essence. Essence and Ruthie had a nice talk last week. Ruthie says she wears her emotions on her sleeve and just sometimes gets a little rattled, and so Essence has been telling her to stay even, keep even.
Decision here for Jeff Wooten and company. He's our crew chief. Katrina Barker Cutler and Clyde Mula, our officials for our first game of our Saturday doubleheader. Team Cloud and Team Gray, the blue and gold jerseys, face off next at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 Central.
Cloud and Gray, I cannot wait to make a pun night of that one.
Poor Natasha Cloud has to face the teammates, the former teammates, in back-to-back games. Spin move by Zaya Cook to stick with it. Whitney Knight has been a nice surprise in this first half.
On it all.
Taking advantage of the minutes. Floater in the lane. Sims now 1 for 9 shooting. That was a smart play by Hebert. Colson respects it.
You know, Odyssey might have had an off night shooting or might be having an off night shooting, but I can't understate how it can all turn around next quarter. But what she does is she's so active on every other part of the game. If nothing else, but setting the tempo for how she wants her teammates to play with the aggression, the aggressiveness, and just look at her finding her teammates. She found Ruthie. Ruthie's gonna post Sydney Colson up, seeing that mismatch, but did not fall.
Well, and Odyssey has set such a high standard for her level of play in this competition all time coming into tonight's action. #1 in AU history in leaderboard points, stat points, top 6 in win points, MVP points. She brings it almost every night. But how she impacts the game without scoring this time, hunting Colson. Hits her on the wrist. Odyssey so tough. Sydney checks in on her. Fouls on Colson. As a reminder, this was the performance by Odyssey on Thursday. A personal best 40 points and only one of 5 players to ever score more than 40 in an AU pro basketball game.
I love when players run it up, because in addition to her stat line with the 40 points, she really contributed in so many other ways, and that's what a testament to Odyssey's style of play and just her leadership abilities.
By the way, previous champions in AU's history, Alyssa Smith last year, Tiana Hawkins in 2022. That might bode well for Odyssey.
You know, she was right there last season. And really, it was so sad to see because she went down with an injury her last game, and she wasn't able to play for the rest of those points. But who's to know? If she would have stayed in there, it could be very different. She was great all season long, at the top of that leaderboard all season long. It was just an unfortunate set of events, but I talked to her after the first week, and she said that she can't control what she can't control, so she's going to keep trying to push forward, and it's not necessarily a revenge season, but it's a do-what-I-can season.
Trap in the corner by Sims and Cooper. And tapped out of bounds, last touched by Team Sims. Yeah, but those previous 2 champions dropped 40 in a game. So who knows, that might bode well for Odyssey. It's a 7-point lead in the quarter for Team Mitchell. They're on their way to win consecutive quarters after winning just 1 quarter on Thursday. Sydney Colson was the energizer early with 13 points. Perfect 5 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 from deep. Shot clock to 5. Mitchell with 15. Tiffany Mitchell spinning one. Mitchell. She got it off. Sims will dribble it to wind down the clock. An 8-point game at recess. Team Mitchell with a pair of quarter wins, 60 points to each player repping the orange jerseys. 8-point lead, 49-41.
You know, you said Sydney started off as the energizer, but she remained the energizer the whole time. You saw her, despite the trap that was down the court, it didn't matter. She said, I'm gonna hold on to this. She plays every possession with passion, and that's what we want to see from a great player.
We'll join Janae Sims for halftime coverage here at Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas. We're at the half. 3 players in double figures for Team Mitchell, led by Sydney Colson, 13 for Kirsten Bell. We'll start.
welcome back. Team Mitchell holds a 49-41 lead over Team Sims at the half. And their captain, Tiffany Mitchell, has been in pursuit of perfection throughout her 8-year journey as a pro. I had a chance to sit down and talk with her this week about how all those roles, all those skills that she has developed over the years have come together to make her a top performer at AU Pro Basketball this season.
How would you define your game?
I just leave everything out there every time that I step on the court. At least I try to. I always want to be the hardest worker on the court. I consider myself a pretty good two-way player. I'm not just offensive minded, but also defensive minded too. So when you put both of those together, you need to be in really good shape. Just being able to, do a little bit of everything, which any team needs me to do. So every time I'm out there, I'm always thinking like this might be somebody's first time seeing me play. I want to, be like, I like Tiffany. I like her game. I like the way she approaches the game. I've gotten so many compliments over this past week of people who just never seen me play.
Yeah.
And it's like, I really like her game, and the way she plays hard. Like you never know if it's their first time watching you play or not.
I don't really care who's guarding Tiffany Mitchell, because right now, she can't miss. That girl is hot.
What are you still hungry for?
I feel like just every day, the hunger of just trying to be the best at what I'm doing. Every time that I'm on the court, there's not any type of like accolades that I'm like, you know what, this is kind of what I want. I'm more of the person who has to see what's in front of me, see what's obtainable, and then I go after it. I've had times where, you question yourself. So I'm bad. I'm getting emotional. Oh. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, you have those days where you question, like, is what you're doing enough? So like I said, I'm kind of a perfectionist, and I'm always harping on, what I'm not doing and not realizing the path that I've taken and how much that I've actually accomplished along the way, and just letting myself experience some type of grace and not being so hard on myself all the time.
Yeah.
But early bad days, make those good ones so much brighter, the light so much brighter, and the sacrifices that you've made along the way, it shows. Once you start, people are able to see your game and what you're doing. This past week for me has been amazing. Just knowing that I'm able to show people like this is really who I've been. It's not anything that's come out of nowhere. People who know me know like this has always been Tiffany. She's always been one of the hardest workers. She's always been spending time in the gym. I'm just getting that opportunity now to show everybody.
Now, add captain to another one of those roles that Tiffany Mitchell excels in. She's shown here at Athletes Unlimited that she's one of the most efficient shooters from the floor and beyond the arc. Today, she's leading her team in scoring with 15 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back where Brendan and Ari are going to break down the first half. We'll be right back.
Hey, here we go, here we go, here we go. Hey, Coach, you don't want me to help on that, right? I got Zion on the wing. All right. I got back. Hey, take her. Stay with O, Angel, stay with O. Switch with Tiff. Hey, she grabbed my arm and held me.
I had you going in there first.
Okay, all right. Good, stay there. Good. Let's go. Good, T.
Let's get it. When I'm coming to you, go. Like, I'm passing it to you. They have time to go under. I have the ball out here ready for her to turn the corner, but they catch it, do this, and I'm just here. I'm like, just come and use the screen.
Up segments in that first half, very vocal. The communication on defense is key. An 8-point lead for Team Mitchell at the end of 20 minutes. 2-quarter wins for Tiffany Mitchell's squad, looking to improve to 5-0. Brendan Glasheen, Ari Chambers getting set for the second half. Sydney Colson, welcome back to AU. Missed just one game, that was on Thursday, and scored 15 in the first quarter.
She's been able to maintain the pace. We always talk about setting the pace, but Sydney has a great calmness about her. A true point guard that knows how to just help on every single possession, every single aspect. And so Sydney has the control, the veteran leadership to say, hey, this is the game I want to play, and helps Team Mitchell to maintain their identity throughout it all. They don't look frazzled at all to me. What about you? What do you think about that?
Well, Sydney Colson, her energy is infectious and has brought it on the defensive end. With Tiffany Mitchell, it speaks to why she was her top draft pick on Monday for week number 2. Not to mention the fact that Sydney Colson, we talk about the leaderboard, she's moved from 19th to 11th, 8 spots after those first 20 minutes. And Ari, what jumps out to you is how Team Mitchell has got out and run based on turnovers.
Yeah, the points off of turnovers is super important because obviously they're both pesky defenders. They love to just assert the pressure. And Team Mitchell has been able to capitalize off of that and say, hey, we might have equal turnovers, but it's not the same. You know, it's not the same. We're going to capitalize off of these errors and make you pay. 39
of the 49 for Team Mitchell belong to Tiffany, Siegrist, and Colson. 2 players in double figures, Bell and Cook for Team Sims. Odyssey with just 7 points. Janae Sims, our reporter for today's action, has an update for us.
I talked to Angel McCoughtry after the beginning of the third quarter, and she said that she just really enjoys how this team is playing together. And the difference for them this game is that there's lots of leaders out here today. There's Tiff Mitchell, there's Sydney, and then there's herself, who are really talking about what needs to happen throughout this game.
You know, week 1, Tiffany said when she was on Team Gray that she loved the veteran leadership. So I love what you said there, Janae, because they love when they have people who know the game, who've played the game for a long time. And like I said, when we brought it back from break, that Sydney does a great job of making sure everybody stays steady. She has a steadiness about her that maintains the identity of Team Mitchell in general.
And Team Sims is wreaking havoc on the defensive end. We highlighted points off turnovers. They just got their first bucket on the break thanks to a giveaway by Team Mitchell. This is just a 4-point game.
Expect a different tempo this game from them, and not just speed-wise, just expect a different level of locked in. If I know Odyssey, I know she gathered that team halftime and said, hey, this isn't exactly how we want to play, and look at them closing it in.
Me here at the free throw line. Three-point play is complete. 5-point swing to open up the third quarter.
In the chair chat, we talked to Tiffany, and she said that Maddie Siegrist is her X factor, and I'm looking at Team Sims, and I think that Letitia Amir might be the X factor right there.
5 points, 2 boards, a couple of assists. That block shot that was ruthless in the first quarter.
She has that sneaky length, right? Sneaky length. She gets in the way of things. She disrupts.
Well, based on how they built this team, Ami here is the anchor, and then Hebert subs in as the backup. That's great offense by Team Mitchell. Siegrist gets them started in the third.
Calling for the ball, saying, I got you, I got you, I got you, and Tiana honoring that.
Bell swirls in a three. Nasty move by Bell to create separation.
Kind of lean in, knowing.
And they cause an offensive foul committed by Tiffany Mitchell.
As I said, I'll take a body for my team. I'll take a body for my team.
You tell me if you agree. This does not feel like a two-point game. It felt like, based on the energy of Team Sims, that Tiffany's squad was up double digits.
But you know, no matter how wide the gap is, Odyssey does not like to lose. So she said, hey, not 2 in a row now. We're going to keep going.
And we are tied at 51, thanks to Zaya Cook, a 10-2 run to open up the third. Colson hunting for her shot, her first miss of the night. Sydney Colson also playing with 4 personal fouls. Team Sims looking for their first lead since early in the second, and they do it. Ami here, being the difference maker.
She thought about it from the original spot and said, no, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to use my patience and get to the shot I want. I like that extra dribble.
Mitchell around the screen, tied it up.
With the hair flip.
You should get leaderboard points for hair flip.
I agree. I wholeheartedly agree.
How many are we talking?
Look, 3.
Colson pulls up. Ami here skies and clears. Lobs it to Bell. Down that sideline. Bell for 2 on the break. Stares into the cam. Kirsten Bell has winded her sails.
Now, Sydney didn't necessarily like her decision for that transition 3, but, you know, it's back on possession, back on possession.
Bell has been erupting the other way, breaking loose for the outlet. Came up firing. Mitchell on top of it. 14-4. Team Sims in the third, a level of urgency after losing the first 2 quarters.
And though they're a fast-paced team, I like the decision to just, you know, slow it down a little bit, set up what you want, find your teammates.
Muldrow is there to rescue Siegrist. Muldrow with 9 rebounds, which is already a season high. And we have 17 minutes of basketball remaining in regulation.
It's something, I think that Team Sims likes, like, kind of playing from behind and saying, oh no. Don't sleep on us. Don't sleep on us.
Siegrist, the spin move, elusive. Caught Bell flat-footed. And Maddie Siegrist has 15 on 7 of 12 shooting.
She loves being mobile. She loves continuous movement, and that's something that Tiffany Mitchell said and how she drafted. She wanted that big that can do it all, and Maddie Siegrist can absolutely do it all. But you know who else can do it all? Okay, Miss LA. Miss LA said, oh, I'm here. You gonna respect me.
Ami here's first 3 in her AU career. Excellent offense again. That pick and roll has been difficult to guard for Team Sims. They must solve that.
And the fake out to get it right there to the cutter. Now you see Kirsten Bell. She doesn't have a shot that she does not like. She knows she got it, but Zaya's offense has been so solid in the past few days. And LA, Letitia and me here, has shown us why she's gonna continue to be better and better each game.
3 players in double figures for Team Sims. Bell leads the charge with 20. Her 7th career 20-point scoring output in Athletes Unlimited, Kirsten Bell. And how about the start to the quarter for Team Sims? Odyssey is not the scorer. Her teammates are picking her up. It's a 1-point lead for Team Sims. We'll take the timeout on the floor and come right back to Dallas, Texas. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball Season 3. Here's your scoring breakdown as it pertains to how you earn points and move up the leaderboard to become champion. That is the ultimate goal of the 4-week season. 3-point field goals, those help you. Sydney Colson can attest to that. She's made 3 today. 30 points. You lose points for missed shots. If you draw fouls, which Odyssey Sims has demonstrated, she's very good at that this week. But you get points for really everything. And you get credit with defense, too. Steals and blocks.
Absolutely, and that's going to benefit a lot of players, okay, with the defensive end. But I just love how Athletes Unlimited rewards you when you do things right. And on any given night, anybody can grow on the leaderboard. Look, I'm over here paying attention to the game because it's just so quick. It's a quick bucket. Like I said, Odyssey Sims team loves to come back from a deficit now. They love to go on a run and come back from a deficit because they do that. They do that.
Surrounding cast is helping her out too. Sims has not scored in the quarter. Muldrow set up for 3, knocks it down.
Her teammates assured us that despite her effective scoring, she loves to get her teammates involved. So they've told us, and we've heard it, and we know this to be true, but they do know how to step up when she's not offensively doing what she normally does.
Zaya Cook sticks a 3. Her 3rd of the game.
Zaya's not playing with her. She said, y'all thought I was an offensive liability. Where? She is not. She's doing so well on the offensive end.
We've had 5 lead changes in this quarter alone. Colson the steal, foul committed at the midpoint line.
And Sydney Colson is in a different level of lock-in. Like, it might be the fresh legs, it might be the fresh perspective, but she said, I'm going to lock in on both ends of the floor, defensively in particular, just getting down low, watching the ball, knowing where it's going, just not being afraid to get her hands on it and push.
I'm pretty certain this is our first transition take foul of AU Season 3 Pro Basketball. That did not allow Colson, I should say, to get out and run, and that foul committed.
Odyssey and Sydney are talking about something. I think it's Odyssey probably telling her to chill out. You doing a lot. Chill out real quick.
And Kirsten Bell committed the personal. Again, it was a foul that was on Bell. She fouled Colson, so Sydney has to be the free throw shooter, unlike the clear path where you can pick which shooter you want at the line. 2-point lead, and we get a timeout with 4:41 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Team Sims is winning the frame by 10, and both offenses are heating up, but they're getting easy looks thanks to their defense. Team Sims 4 for their last 5 shooting. Same can be said for Team Mitchell. Athletes Unlimited in season number 3. Here is your 2024 Player Executive Committee. And 2 players, Ari, in this game, featured Sydney Colson and Rebecca Harris.
You know, Sydney Colson has been one who has been enthusiastic about this league from day one, pulling in her WNBA counterparts, really getting involved in newer players, and just saying, hey, this is a league for us, by us, and we want to make an impact. She's been so hands-on in the process of it, and just seeing her build the league to what it is today is super special. I love that Rebecca Harris stepped into that place, and it's her first year on the Player Executive Committee, but she knows how to have her input really be valued. She's not afraid to speak up. She might not get playing time like she wants, but you know, she always loves to contribute in any way she can. I think this is a great position for her. And Lexi Brown has shown, like, hey, publicly, this is a league I'm standing 10 toes down for, and so get behind it, okay? Get behind it.
It is a great trio to lead the charge in year 3, only getting better. The atmosphere, terrific here at Fair Park Coliseum in Dallas, Texas. The 2nd year in which Dallas has hosted AU Pro Basketball. Year 1 was in Las Vegas. The energy has improved each and every weekend. It's all setting up for another great Sunday. The Saturday games help the teams establish where they are at and create chemistry, and then it all pours out. At least that's what it felt like last week. It all pours out and comes together on Sunday.
Just in time for another draft and another mix-up. Just when you get the chemistry all right and pouring in, that's when you switch things up a bit, and that's exactly the exciting part about Athletes Unlimited. It's never the same team each week. You might can keep combinations of players together, you might can maintain some type of chemistry, but you're gonna get something fresh and new every single week.
We talk to you again tonight, day 2 of weekend number 2. Second game of our doubleheader at 6 p.m. Eastern. Natasha Cloud and Alicia Gray, week 1 teammates, go against each other. Mitchell kicks it to Berger. Dribble drive, pulls up 15 feet, too strong. Grace Berger now 0 for 4, the lone starter who has not scored for Team Mitchell. 65-63. Team Sims has fought its way back. Amihere, a big reason why. Letitia Amihere with 12 points. Joining us now for a chair chat, 16th pick in this past week's draft of Team Sims, Taya Cooper takes a seat in the chair. Taya, thanks for stopping by.
Taya, you know, you're real focused out there. What are you seeing? What are you seeing from these teams?
I love what Zaya and the Guardians doing. They're pushing the ball. LA and KB starting to get going. Rudy getting in the game, setting great picks. Yeah, I think Odyssey, KB, LA, been hooping, and Zaya. They keeping us in it.
Taya, this is your first year in Athletes Unlimited. Now that you have a week under your belt and you're getting used to new teammates, you were with Odyssey last week, so you have that camaraderie. Kirsten Bell last week. How helpful has that been?
That's been cool, honestly. I ain't had to really adjust to like a new team yet, so it's really just been the same team for me. I think the bigs changed, but our guards kind of stayed the same, so that was cool. It's been an easy adjustment.
One thing that I see from Odyssey in particular, she gets y'all going, it's that intensity, right? What is it like playing for a leader like Odyssey Sims?
It's kind of crazy because we all kind of got the same personality, so we all just feed off each other energy, honestly. But we all hype players, so.
What's practice like? Oh, look at it go.
Practice is lit. Practice is lit. We be competing. We do a lot of, everything is a competition, so you know that's lit, especially with these people on the team.
Look at y'all, look at y'all.
Exactly. Close game and all.
Kirsten Bell, Odyssey Sims, they are attached at the hip, and you get the luxury of being a part of it.
Yeah, they heard you.
Oh, Kirsten came over and said hi. I think we got ourselves a coach's challenge here. Amihere certainly thought, oh, that looked like a clean block.
That was clean? Because we don't never get our challenges.
Hey, so Taya, of course, there are no head coaches. You have facilitators, and you had Simone Augustus in week 1, and Odyssey and Simone are on each other's hips, meaning they bounce off each other, right? But how much does Odyssey empower you as individuals?
You know, Odyssey actually took the role on being a captain full on. She does a lot of talking. She's for sure a leader. She do the practices. She do everything she's supposed to do for with everybody. Like, it's not just, you know, all about, oh, she makes sure that the team feels wanted and everybody play their role, and she let everybody shine and do what's best for them. And she don't try to like put anybody in a box. I think that's why everybody loves being on her team. She really enforces you shining and, you know, playing your game. And then, you know, Money, I mean, Simone, she the same. She was a bucket getter when she was playing, and she just encouraged everybody to do the same thing. So they actually feed off of each other, honestly. They're a great combo.
That's beautiful. What would you say your place on this team is?
I think they enjoy the energy I bring on the defensive end, and then we kind of just flow together on offense. Me and O both like driving, so the drives and kicks is there, and a good bucket always bring the energy.
We have Taya Cooper joining us for a chair chat here at Athletes Unlimited. Thanks for stopping by, Taya.
Of course.
Not you ready to leave us. Not you ready to leave us, Taya. That's crazy.
Okay.
No, you can go.
All right.
Some carryover from the Gold Squad last week. Taya Cooper, Kirsten Bell, Odyssey Sims. And a 2-point lead for Team Sims. Successful challenge. So give Amihere another block shot, her second of the game.
I love that she said that her and Odyssey both are just like driving first point guards, because they really are. They just love to just get into the thick of it. Get into the thick of it.
reminds me of that TikTok trend, Into the Thick
Into
of It.
the thick of it.
I was going to do that part.
You can. You can.
Yeah,
You've warmed up your vocals from OTOT, and so now it's your turn. Into the thick of it. No.
But you got to move for it, too.
I have a sway back to front, side to side. Y'all should see us.
Swiveling.
Right now. Swiveling. Swivel.
Odyssey Sims' first point of the second half. Out there with Cook, Ami here as Zaya fires. Ami here, offensive rebound, and drew a foul.
She stayed with it. I would think that's a jump ball, but she stayed with it, and I love how aggressive she's being in the paint, like just on the glass, just saying, no, my presence is here. You're not about to rip anything from me.
Lauren Mincy thinking, I'm just trying to make a hustle play and slow Letitia down.
Which is fair. That's a fair ambition.
And Mincy's going to get some run here. Sydney Colson has 5 fouls. Whitney Knight, as well as Siegrist, stack up to deny that opportunity. Siegrist running the break. Whitney Knight, a productive first quarter. They throw the double team. Cole for 3. Splash. Tied at 68.
Taj Cole's always ready. She's always ready. She was just waiting at the top of the key. She had that.
Taj Cole is now the 6th different member of Team Mitchell to make a triple today. As a team, Ari 8 of 18 from deep.
While everybody was collapsed, you see that Taj was waiting for it. She knew. That's a good look to the basket. A good 3 right there.
Cole has enjoyed repping the orange jersey. Made 2 threes on Thursday. Sims adding to her point tally at the free throw line.
I like the substitution right there. Tiana Muldrow is having a great night. She has a season high 11 points. And she told us beforehand she's just trying to keep getting better, and she is. She's really finding her rhythm tonight. And I hope she can continue to build on that, because once you have a confident Tiana Muldrow, that's nothing to play with.
Under 2 minutes, third quarter. Team Sims trailed by 8 at halftime. And they lead the quarter by 10. Bell just stole a rebound from Ami here. There is competition on the teams as well. Bell is fouled.
Tried a nice little reverse. I don't mind the flashiness right there.
Again, it might seem like a small thing, but a play like that by Bell to hop in front of her teammate to get the board, like that stuff adds up when we get to week 4 Sunday. And if you fall short by, I don't know, 10, 15 points, you might think back to a moment like that.
You know, the players try to tell us that they're not focused on that leaderboard, but please, please.
Come on.
Things like that, you can tell.
You've said this a couple times, and we cannot reiterate this enough. You have to play the game the right way and put it together and play team chemistry basketball. Steal by Sims. Numbers here for Purple. Hebert from Sims. Odyssey's 7th assist.
That's when they're in their best. They love a transition moment. And so it's going to be really, really integral for them to stop that transition.
Team Sims with 33 points in the quarter. Mitchell curls, pops, and drops it. Tiffany Mitchell up to 19 points.
Is there any place on the court where Tiffany Mitchell does not feel 100,000% comfortable? Just name one
Still
spot,
thinking.
Brendan. One spot. She's just so comfortable on the court. It looks so easy, like
effortless.
Effortless, yes. Thank you for the word, because Lord knows I couldn't think of it.
You were on it.
It was an E. It was at the tip of my tongue. That's why you have a good partner, y'all. Keep a good partner next to you.
40 seconds to go in the third. Berger finally in the score column. First basket for Grace Berger.
And that's an exhale for her. She's not used to being held scoreless like this, so I'm glad she got her one.
Points in the paint for Team Mitchell. Down by 2. Had an 8-point lead at halftime. Sims, the stop and start. Muldrow, lethal defensively.
I like how Odyssey can stop on a dime and say, hey, do I need to push this or do I need to set it up? She challenged Tiana Muldrow, and Muldrow was able to say, nah, not right now. Not right now. I can stop that.
Double-double, having her best game in AU, 11 points, 11 boards. Block shot in this one. Shot clock is off for Tiffany Mitchell. First-time captain in her first year. Aiming to go to 5-0. And they got Zia Cook for a tech.
She was talking. She said, I thought I was on your good side.
Well, the good news is for Team Sims is they have this quarter well in hand. So it's not like it cost them from that standpoint.
Right.
But we're looking at a potential go-ahead situation here for Team Mitchell. One free throw, and they have the ball. 180 points to the winning team.
And
Mitchell's
you see
pass
the hand.
picked off. Hebard, coast to coast.
She said, I got your back, Zia.
Berger at the horn. One possession game at the end of 3.
What we say about Team Sims? They like playing out of these deficits. They ran it up, okay? They ran it up.
They dropped 35 points in the third. We make the turn for home. Fourth quarter is coming up when we return. Team Sims in front. Does Tiffany Mitchell have a comeback in her to stay undefeated in AU? Come back with us.
Yeah, you. Yes. Good job, babe. Yeah! She running with you. Oh, yeah, by yourself. Hey! Yeah, you're good. You're good, by yourself. I got your back. I got your back. You're good. You're good.
Letitia Ami here with 10 of her 12 points in the third quarter, coming alive offensively and defensively. Ari also made her first 3 of her AU career today.
One thing I got to say about her is energy. She's bringing a lot of energy in the second half, looking for her shot, aggressive on defense, just like you said. And you know, about Team Sims, they got a dog in them. They got the dog in them. So, let them go. Let them go.
Ari Chambers, Brendan Glasheen, Janae Sims on the sideline. Great to have you with us today. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Cole tees up a 3. Too strong that time. The hustle by Berger. Numbers developing for Team Sims. Zaya Cook off the back foot. Ami here, another board. Kick it to Bell for 3. Kirsten Bell thought she stuck that one, sitting on 24 points. Ami here, 14th on the leaderboard. Entered today 20th, so that's contributing to her point total. And a lot at stake, of course, when you consider a chance for Team Mitchell to try and come back and win the game, but also win another quarter. And for Team Sims, they want to win another quarter to split the quarters today and also try and win the game and get their first win of the weekend. Essence Carson understands that after last night's game. And at this point, Essence joining us now for a chair chat. Your team in front by 3. What do you make of this one?
We're playing our game. You know, we let the game come to us. We're taking what the defense gives us, and we're just, you know, playing to the best of our abilities. We're really putting people in positions where they can be successful, and that's what you're seeing tonight.
You know, Odyssey Sims is not a stranger to leadership, but neither are you. You're a super vet, and a couple players have told me that you have been able to instill confidence in them. What do you say to these younger players with knowing that, like, you have a lot of years in this game, honey? A lot of years in this game.
One, I tell them slow the game down in their heads and their minds. You know, slow the game down, especially when you become a professional and you're early in your career. It seems so fast. You know, the bodies are bigger, faster, stronger. The speed of the game is just a lot faster. So, I mean, a lot of these women are talented, no matter what. That's why they got to this point in their career. So it's just about, you know, getting back to a space where you're comfortable to do the things that you're great at. So that's it. Just instilling confidence in them and tell them let the game come to them.
Essence, why does the game of basketball still, what does it still bring to you on a daily basis?
Oh, it brings joy, you know? Because I can get out there and I can move. As long as these legs can move and this mind works, man, I'm going to continue to do what I love. Of course, I have a lot of other things going on, but this game of basketball has done a lot for me over the years, throughout my entire life, from a kid all the way up until now. It's the passion that keeps me there, it's the love.
I was going to keep talking about basketball, but you said you had a lot of other things going on. Talk about them, because we know the girls are very, they have range, okay? The girls have range. What else you got going on, Essence?
I mean, you know, for a long time, for a while, I was part of the Universal Music Group system, you know, working within that on the music side of things. Since then, I've moved on and, you know, started a company of my own that focuses on music, fashion, and image consulting. Man, doing a lot. I have a festival that I'm taking part in that's coming up in April that I'll be performing at with the live band. So you guys should be in for a treat. So making my return to that side. Got a lot of things going on, you know. I have speaking engagements, a lot of stuff.
I love being your biggest cheerleader, but I have to be a little messy here. You got to call out some people in AU. You're all about fashion. Who's the best dressed outside of you in this league?
You're really going to put her on the spot.
I surely am.
Best dressed.
You can give me multiple if you can't pick just one.
You can pick broadcasters too.
Period.
No, Ari, I see you stepping in here on the side. I see you stepping. That's a big stepper right there, man. You coming in here clean, Ari. And the face is beat down.
You're not gonna cop out this answer though.
No. I mean, you know the old faithfuls. You know, Ty's up in there. Ty's gonna be in there. Ty's always stepping with it. And you know, I'd be remiss if I did not say my homegirl, Sam. You guys know her as Soraya McGuire, but Sam has it going. She has it going on. She's a model by trade as well. I'm not the only one doing multiple things. Sam is amazing. Sam has amazing style.
Put that thing on always.
Did she satisfy you with those answers?
She did, because
okay,
I would have to agree. I would have to agree.
We have Essence Carson with us. How do you make it work with both career passions?
It's just been something I've been doing since I've been about, I started music when I was 9 years old. I went to a performing arts school, so it's always a thing for me. I can't remember a time when I didn't do both. So it's just time management and understanding what you're willing to sacrifice. And, you know, you'll sacrifice whatever it is for your passions and for your love. And I've been doing that since I've been about 9 years old.
So we know that music is a reflection of basketball and vice versa. Can we talk a little bit about your game and how the fluidity of it translates on the court. And you can, talk about your teammate Kirsten Bell real quick too.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. You said it best. It's about the fluidity of the game, about making sweet music out there. When I approach music, when you're talking about learning a piece, it's about your focus. It's about your ability to concentrate and tune all of the noise out and just focus on what is in front of you. That's basketball, being the glue out there, piecing together one movement to the next when you're talking about music and sonatas and things like that. It's the same on the court. How can you make this thing flow without any hiccups? And that reflects my game. I'm willing to go out there and do whatever it takes. If you need a basket, I can go do that. If you need some stops, definitely can go do that. If you need leadership, I can do that. It's just about doing what the song needs. And then it'll create beautiful music. And that's what I like to do on the court, create something that's beautiful, a beautiful product out there that ends up in a win.
Essence Carson, thanks so much. Great stuff. We enjoyed the conversation. Get back with your squad, and best of luck here down the stretch.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
All right, 6:35 to go. Team Sims and Essence Carson with a 4-point lead. Come back with us. Athletes Unlimited Pro Basketball is fueled by Gatorade. Tiffany Mitchell, cool blue in the lane. Well, maybe she would have the orange flavored Gatorade now for the jersey because she's not on the blue team.
Right.
But
Team
anyway,
Cloud would like a word.
You used the word fluidity, and that was fluid in the lane by Tiffany Mitchell. She has 22 points to lead her team, one of 4 players in double figures. 4 players in double figures for Team Sims, all in the starting 5. Bell, Cook, Amihir, and Sims. Successful challenge by Team Mitchell. We're going to jump it up in a moment.
Yes, and one of the X factors that we talked about was Letitia Amihir. She has been able to just really utilize her length, get the ball where it needs to be, and just not be afraid to just finish in the paint. And then defensive end, those blocks, it's that length every single time. But I love that she's stepping into her confidence and continuing to grow each and every time. It doesn't matter if it's from range or right there under the basket. She's gonna give you a little something. She's performing really well today.
Amihir, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 7 rebounds, a trio of assists to go along with the 12 points. Odyssey Sims, this open floor plan she has generated with Simone Augustus, 3 straight weeks working together, facilitator and captain. They were very excited about Amihir fitting into what they do. And Kirsten Bell has feasted on her own in this basketball game, but even Bell is feeding off of Amihir's energy.
Yep, it's just a connection throughout the whole thing. You know what I've noticed though, coming into this jump ball, finally Sydney Colson is back. She's been in foul trouble, and you can tell that Team Mitchell really, could have used her. And so I'm excited to see how she reignites the team. She's one of those steady players that just can remind her team, like, hey, we got this, we're good. in the way that she leads and the way that she plays. So welcome back to the floor, Sydney. And if I am Team Sims, I'm attacking her to make sure that they can't use it for much longer, okay?
Colson with 14 points, had 13 in the first quarter. Made her first 5 shots, 0 for her last 2. Siegrist has also been quiet since that great start. Pulls up. Berger tried to collide on the glass, but here comes Sims, who has 8 assists. 12 points, Odyssey pounces in the paint.
She is in her best, in her bag, when she just can get the ball to the basket like that, just charge forward.
And a steal, Ami here, standing out today. 14.
That read, Brendan, that read, honey.
Largest lead of the day for Team Sims, up by 8 with 5:44 to go, and a quarter lead of 5.
And this drive, Taya Cooper said it best. They love to drive, and who's stopping that? Who's getting in front of that? It's really difficult to stop Odyssey Sims when she has her eye on the basket like that and she runs the floor. That, her speed alone, she's so speedy. She's so, I never like to use the word aggressive with women because, you know, it can teeter things, but the aggressiveness of Odyssey Sims, paired with that speed, paired with her leadership, paired with her desire to win, it's a drive, pun intended, a drive to success.
Experience the excitement of AU Pro Basketball in person here in Dallas. Go to auprosports.com/tickets to get yours today. Well, and Ari, there's something to be said about feel and IQ. And Odyssey, we said this last week, when it gets to this point in the game, you build it, meaning, okay, I'm going to set my teammates up. Now it's my turn to go hunt for my shot. She just has a great feel of what the defense is presenting, and she tries to take exactly what the best look is.
And it's not just the try she does. She has an excellent basketball IQ paired with excellent ability to score and facilitate. And so Odyssey, look at it, just obstructing the way, just being aggressive, not fouling though. It's not her foul. So I love how she plays the game. I love when she knows when to take control. She was a little off earlier, so that's a moment where she can get her teammates more involved. But now she's like, okay, we have to finish out strong. I'm going to take charge here.
From up 8 at halftime to down 8 with 5:30 left, Janae Sims, what did we learn from the Team Mitchell huddle?
Right now, they just really want to pick up their energy on both ends of the floor, stop the small mistakes, and really execute. I think they've gotten really out of their own game and into their own heads.
And their field goal percentage has come down considerably, down to 44%. Sitting on those 8 made threes, remember we saw them make 6 in the first half, just 2 in the second half. And you brought up Colson, who was on the pine for much of the third. Mitchell swivels, and the shot clock hits 0.
Yeah, it's just a matter of regrouping, just like Janae said, just figuring out who we are, just how we started the game, it's how we want to finish, we want to keep building on each other. But again, one of their key leaders was out. The one we talk about IQ, and Sydney Colson, her IQ is amazing.
Tiffany Mitchell turns it over for a 5th time. Now 16 turnovers for the orange team. Taya Cooper wants to dance on Berger. Picked up the dribble, leans in, Berger with the flick, back out, 5 to shoot, Sims, pull up. Oh, Odyssey Sims, that is vintage. You think for one moment that Odyssey might just not be having her night, and then she proves you wrong.
This is her game. This is exactly what she does. Call her the cleanup crew, call her the captain cleanup, because she said, it doesn't matter if we were kind of a little iffy on the beginning of that. I'm going to finish it out for us because this is what I need to do as a captain.
Cook accelerates, Ami here is there, Muldrow, a no-look block. And eventually a whistle. 3/4 score.
There are so many drive-first guards, but Odyssey shows, hey, I am not just a driver, I can take that 2-dribble pull-up and really finish out what we started as a possession. So Odyssey Sims doing what she needs to do, because when does she not? She said, I don't care if I wasn't scoring like I wanted to the first half of this game. I'm gonna finish like I want to, and still got 16 points.
Both teams did a pretty good job of limiting their turnovers in the first half, but Team Mitchell up to 17 and 6, make it 7 now in the quarter, just 3 field goals made. We approach 4 to go. Team Sims now up by 12. Zaya Cook with 20 points.
Now I'm looking at who's going to step up on behalf of Team Mitchell. It's been a while, you know, you got to dust the cobwebs off. Though they've been playing hard, it's just who's going to step up. And Maddie Seegers, the X Factor.
Needed something easy just to quell the enthusiasm of the opposing sideline a little bit. That ends a 7-0 run. Bell goes one-on-one with Taj Cole.
And that's something she's comfortable taking. She's comfortable facing off on smaller guards and getting that contact. She's not afraid of it.
So Bell is back at the line, 7 of 9 today.
It's almost like Team Sims has really picked apart Team Mitchell. They know what they're going to do every time, and they exploit that, okay?
Well, they almost approached the first quarter as a feeling out process. Let's get a sense of what they want to do and then making those adjustments. And that's where the facilitator and captain chemistry of Augustus and Sims, what they make and what they use out of that 15 minutes, what they soak out of it. And they had a big run to start the third quarter.
Terry Cooper said, well, we know Simone Augustus's nickname is Money. So Money Mo, Money was on the money and how to pick apart this Team Mitchell.
Basket in the foul for Taj Cole. Productive minutes off the bench, no matter what jersey color she wears.
No matter what, but Taj is a relentless one. She's playing for something more than this week. She's playing for a team. She's playing for herself to showcase her ability. She wants every chance she can to say, hey, I'm that girl. I am that point guard.
7 for Cole in 21 minutes. Completes the three-point play. This is a 3-possession game. 91-84. Sydney Colson hustles towards our booth, creates the steal. Mitchell thought about pulling up, but decides to slow it up. Stops and starts, and an offensive foul, the last thing you want.
There were other opportunities there, but that slight hesitation, it just didn't allow opportunity for them to finish that possession out.
That is the 8th turnover committed by Team Mitchell in the fourth quarter. That is a big number. 8 of the 19 committed in the last quarter. That's money time.
Yep. Picking them apart. I'm telling you, they're picking them apart.
7-point game, 3 minutes to play. Zaya Cook, that was pretty.
Now it's 9, but you're going to keep playing to the end. Just when you think people are out of time, they're not. They're not.
Now the pace slows down for Team Sims. They want Cook to keep it going, but she coughed it up. Up to Cole, one dribble. Rebound Segrist. Dishes to Berger. How did Maddie Segrist not only rebound that ball, but have the wherewithal to throw it to Berger?
Following that ball, just making sure she wanted to place emphasis on offensive boards. And she told me that pregame. She said, I'm not going to let go until this possession is over. Saw her teammate, Grace Berger, right there waiting on it. And made the unselfish decision to get that extra pass to her.
Colson up to Segrist. The big runs the floor well. Segrist with 21 points. Back-to-back 20-point games for Maddie Segrist.
And she just fires me up because I just love when people can just showcase what they can do. And Maddie had a plan for herself. She was out here shooting when no one else was, just knowing that this is what she wanted to do. But how about that drive? Taya Cooper and her spinning, her spin moves. Very pretty.
Modeling and beauty are her passions. She can do it on the floor, too.
Honestly, I absorbed a lot of contact right there. Just, I know she doesn't fear it, but that was a nice knock. But Taya Cooper with that spin just right there, it didn't matter who was guarding her. She wanted that. Did it in a nice, flashy way. I love a nice little spin, Brendan. I do.
Cooper's first field goal of the night, by the way. 95-88, 139 to play. A 4-point lead for Team Sims in the quarter. So that would allow them to split the quarters in this game, the two teams, 2-2. 180 points to each member of the winning team.
It's on the line. I want to know how these last, a little bit over a minute is going to work, because Team Sims actively is refusing to let Team Mitchell get any type of momentum. Just when you think.
Almost thrown away.
It's a Zaya, pay attention.
They yelled just loud enough for Cook to have a heads up. Down 7 with 125. You don't have to foul yet. You lose points when you commit a foul. This could be the dagger. Cooper. Back iron, offensive rebound.
She said, let's reset and get it together.
With 5 for Sims. Odyssey absorbs the contact. Rebound, Cook blocks Siegrist. Amihir is there. She is here.
The second and third chance opportunities for Team Sims because of the relentlessness on the board is so dope. It's so dope. They said, we're going to finish what we started. I love when they stay with it until the basket goes. Look at that. Zaya getting up. Didn't care. LA just doing what she needs to do to finish it out.
Third time's a charm.
It is. It is.
Amihir with back-to-back games with a double-double. Had 18 and 14 Thursday, 16 and 11 tonight. Coming up at 6 Eastern, also on ESPN+. Natasha Cloud, Alicia Gray, another chapter of the Broken Up Avengers.
The Broken Up Avengers? I missed them from last week, but hey, I love a parody moment, and this is gonna be a good game. I just love how everything is just neck and neck, and Alicia Gray, she might be quiet and things like that, but she doesn't like to lose, and neither does Natasha Cloud, but who does? But these are two competitors, and I can't wait for their matchup.
2 MVP winners from the other night, and Alicia Gray still #1 on the leaderboard. Zaya Cook with an AU best, 22 points. Ari, 3 made threes, 7 boards. The hustle, the comfortability for Zaya. We were hitting on that during her LA Sparks rookie campaign, only taking her a week to settle into AU.
Right, once you settle in, you get the shots that you want. She's been able to get the shot that she wants, whether it's a double dribble pull-up or if she shoots from range, it doesn't matter. Zaya Cook has been reaching different levels of comfort with each minute of the game, and so it's good to see her come into her own.
7 points in the fourth quarter for Zaya Cook. That's a third of her team's points, up 6 in the quarter, 21-15. Let's see what Team Mitchell drew up. Tiffany contest, don't matter. Follow-away swish for Tiffany Mitchell, 24 points.
And I like that quick out of timeout, setting, the tempo, the mentality of how you have to finish out the game. The game isn't over.
Heads up by Berger, lays it in.
Exactly, they wanted to set the tempo. They said, hey, I know it seems like it's over. We're gonna keep running it up, so let's run it up. So you as a captain gotta set the mentality for your team. How are we going out?
It looked like the squad in orange just doubled in size, the number of players in on that basketball. See if they can do it again.
Look at this pressure. They're trying to stop Odyssey.
Odyssey, Sims threw it over the head of Cook, a turnover. So exactly what Team Sims did to Team Mitchell. Speed them up, make them turn it over. In just 10 seconds, Team Mitchell does it back to Team Sims.
Hashtag apply pressure. They said, we're not done yet.
Let's see where they go. Down 5 and down 2 in the quarter. Siegrist fed inside, falls away! Counted and one!
Game over where, Brendan? Game over where? Sometimes it just takes a timeout. Sometimes it just takes a regrouping and saying, hey, I don't know if y'all know this, but the game is still going on. It might seem like it's over, but it's not over. Not over. Tiffany Mitchell said, let me give it to Maddie, and Maddie's gonna put it in. That X factor, she said. That X factor, Henny.
It is a 2-point game, 7-0 run, 9 in the quarter for Siegrist. Once again, full court pressure. There's a 5-second differential. Shot clock and game clock. Sims is called for a travel. Again, you have one challenge in the final 2 minutes, but you cannot challenge a travel. So it's side out for Team Mitchell.
Brendan, are you getting ready for the OT? There's never much love when we go OT because
I was waiting for you to go
there. It can very well happen.
You can call a challenge on a personal foul or an out-of-bounds violation, not a turnover situation. Down by 2. In the hands of Tiffany Mitchell, who has 24. Attacks. Throws it to the sideline. Berger trying to save it. Loose with 5. Sims to the basket. Lays it in with 1.8. Odyssey Sims wanted to ensure her team won the quarter.
Oh my God.
That puts them ahead 23-22 and up 2 possessions in the game. That is why she tried to score right there and was successful.
Oh my gosh, it's been such a crazy past few seconds. But you know, out of that huddle, Team Mitchell said, y'all think this game is over? It is not over. Let me show you what a captain can do. Let me show you how to step up when my team needs me. And quick hands, we're gonna apply this pressure. We're not done yet. We are not done yet. And you see the Grace Berger basket right there. But adversely, Odyssey Sims said, you thought. I love a captain back and forth moment.
The captain and her team had 3 straight possessions with turnovers until this bucket. That's gutsy.
That's how you define Odyssey Sims, no? That's literally, if I had something to say about Odyssey Sims, just gutsy, grit, finisher. I wanted to find another G word, but gosh, the way my brain's been working today.
So, still a chance for Team Mitchell to win the quarter, but Cole throws it out of bounds.
It looks like a little bit of confusion on what they were trying to do.
Was there a deflection on the inbounds?
Tosh Cole is pleading her case, but it was just miscommunication on what they were supposed to do for that.
And the official signals a timeout on the floor. Well, I think they're going to get a 30-second timeout, actually, for Team Sims. They want to make sure they inbound this ball cleanly.
Yeah.
With 1.8. And just to clarify, we say gutsy because if you're Odyssey Sims and the purple team, get out of here with the 180 points,
right.
Take the win.
Right.
She not only wanted that, but wanted to win the quarter. You win 60 points if you win a quarter.
I have this leaderboard. These leaderboard points that still matter. Look, okay, Odyssey.
Well, and specifically, you bring up her. It's important as a captain, 9-time captain. You want to pass Tiffany Mitchell.
Yep.
60 points goes a long way. Into Carson, but stolen by Mitchell. Heaves at half court. That would have been interesting for sure.
Oh, she did what she could do. She did what she could do, and it was promising, right? Like, we thought game over, and then Team Mitchell was like, no, not so much.
So Tiffany Mitchell loses her first game as a captain, was 4-0, drops to 4-1, and how about Team Sims? That was a tough way to go down.
To the absolute finish. Fought to the finish. They said, hey, we know we'll dig ourselves out of this moment, but we like to dismantle people one by one, and that's exactly what they did for Team Mitchell.
A 1-point loss last night, and they defeat Team Mitchell 99-95. Here in our AU Pro Basketball Season 3, it continues week 2 at 6 p.m. tonight. 6 Eastern, Team Cloud, Team Gray. For Ari Chambers, Janae Sims, and the entire crew, Brendan Glasheen, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you again at 6.